Good afternoon from Towson, Maryland at the campus of Concordia Preparatory School for this afternoon's contest between the Crusaders of St. Paul's and your Concordia Prep Saints. My name is Peter Kauser, and I will be guiding you through this afternoon's JV basketball action. It is not March Madness, but if you follow this team at all, and actually the men's varsity, the boys varsity, it feels a little bit like February Madness. Last week, I think between these two teams, they played a combined 8 games, and a lot of games here this week. And so here we are on a Monday afternoon, and I hope wherever you are, you get to just enjoy watching these young men play basketball. Cole is going to do the opening tip for the Crusaders, and Noah for the Saints, and the Saints control the opening tip, and here we go. Shot no good by Ken from way outside. He loves that wing, and his range is crazy good, so that's not out of the realm of possibility for him to take a shot from that spot. A lot of hustle there. It's going to be a backcourt. Looks like the call there. Early on in this one, we got Mo and Ken and Chaz and Eric. On the floor for the Saints, along with Noah, who did the opening tip. Little different set to start off here this afternoon. These teams played earlier in the year. Saints won fairly handily, if I remember correctly. With apologies to my English teacher for using 2 words that end in LY back-to-back there. The Saints have the ball. We're just over a minute into this game. Good day for indoor sports. We got a couple inches of snow over the weekend. Still pretty frigid outside. Saints with the basketball. They're going from right to left on your screen. Crusaders of St. Paul's going from left to right after that turnover. Here come the Crusaders. Still looking to get their first shot of the afternoon. We've got a timeout, a little 30-second timeout after Crusaders coach sees a little bit of how the Saints are aligned defensively. Saints played on Saturday here at home, played Park, and it was a battle. It was a game that the Saints got up by double digits, and then in the fourth quarter, a flurry of three-pointers actually gave Park the lead before the Saints pulled it out. They played Genesee on Friday, if I'm remembering things correctly, and that one they won pretty handily at Genesee. They've got Beth Tafilla this week. They've got Curley this week, and those are 2 of the top teams in the MIAA C Conference for JV. Crusaders will inbound with a fresh shot clock. Again, if you don't know, here they do have a shot clock. It's 30-second shot clock. And this defensive alignment for the Saints, they love it when they can get a shot clock violation, and they've gotten a few here in the last week. It's going to be a foul on Noah on the rebound, a little loose ball foul. The Crusaders will take it out under their own basket. And he's going to pick up another quick foul there too. Slow to get over. And it's going to be Cole going to the line for 2 shots for the Crusaders, the opportunity to put the first crooked number on the board here this afternoon. It's 0-0, but we're early. Short on the first one. Ethan checks in. Second one is also short. Chaz gets that rebound, and quickly they come. Layup is missed. And now the Crusaders off and running, all by himself. And it's 2-0. Tyler puts that one in. And there's Ken from downtown. 3-2 Saints. Coach Barry, head coach of the JV, has done a really great job here over the games I've seen the last 2 weeks of getting guys in and out, getting a lot of guys playing time at this JV level. Lots of opportunities in game situations and even letting them play through some tough stretches. Still finding different combinations on the floor. Cam checks in. First time we've seen him this afternoon. He comes in for Noah, who picked up a couple quick fouls here in the first quarter. You don't see too many times that the Saints let that shot clock get all the way down under 10 even. And there's Ken doing what he does there in the corner with his second triple here in the first quarter, 6-2. And now a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. And ball is loose, but the Crusaders do retain possession. But what we've seen a lot of times is even if it doesn't get a turnover, it takes a team a little bit out of their offense. And there we have a nice around, in and out and back in three-pointer by Cole. But a lot of times with the pressure, a team will finally get into their rhythm and already 10 to 15 seconds are off the shot clock. It's a nice steal there by Cole, so doing it on both ends early for the Crusaders. Saints are playing man. Almost some separation there for Ethan, but a nice steal and a layup, and that's good. Mo on the board for the Saints. Again, just a little bit of light pressure, but already 10 seconds into the shot clock. And a three is taken. Loose ball picked up by the Saints. Mo back to Ken, and there's a long three, but that one's short. Save is to the Crusaders. Good transition defense for the Saints, and the Crusaders will slow it up and set up. We're a little more than halfway through this first quarter. Eric jumps in front of that pass with the steal, and he's also out on transition. Unable to get him the ball. It goes off the knee of the defender, Parker. Unselfish play there by Chaz looking for Eric, and now they're saying that ball was off on the Saints. Looked like it got a knee on the way out of bounds, but perhaps not. I got a different vantage point than the referee. Again, some pressure. Oh, almost a backcourt, and it was. You've got to come, if the ball has crossed half court, you have got to establish front court with your body with both feet. And he jumped across that line and caught it before he had established himself in the front court. So it's going to be a turnover. 8-5 our score. We're hoping here in a little bit we'll get the head football coach of the MIAA champs, Joseph Battaglia, who's also our assistant athletic director. He's planning to come up and join us here and share a little bit as he gets ready. There's some off-season weightlifting going on. And a lot of anticipation for next season's football defending championship season. We've got a timeout again for the Crusaders. It's 8-5 here early. About 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. So a big week as well, not just for our guys in basketball, but our varsity girls host a playoff game, a quarterfinal game here tomorrow. I was talking to one of their players. They had a very nice Monday morning 6 a.m. run through this morning. And a lot of anticipation for the playoffs. That team has struggled to be healthy, but right now the stars are aligning. It looks like they're going to be in great shape coming into tomorrow's game. And they're hoping to set up some potential matchups with some of the teams that got them in the regular season. Gerstel and Mercy looking for an opportunity to get another chance at them. So the timeout is over and teams head back on the floor. The Saints at times, this JV team, will put up a bunch of points in a hurry, and then they will go through stretches where they really struggle to put the ball in the basket. But it's not unheard of for them to score almost 20 points in a quarter when they're clicking. This one is just 8-5 here with about 2:40 left in the first quarter. Again, out in that man-to-man defense. There's an interior feed, scramble on the floor, and they're going to call a walk. They were trying to tie him up, and he was rolling around to try and avoid it, and eventually it was too much for the referee, and he called it a turnover. Our varsity girls play tomorrow versus Bryn Mawr at 6 o'clock in the IAAM quarterfinals. That is their opponent, and that's a nice reverse layup from Chaz. That's his first basket of the afternoon. And again, the pressure in the backcourt. That's the pass that I guarantee you Coach Barry is saying we got to get that one. That long looping pass. They went for the steal, missed it. And it looks like, again, a three-pointer. Nice strong move, up and no good, but a foul called. Cam's going to go to the line. Really plays physical. Some of his football counterparts watching this game this afternoon as well. Misses on that first one. I believe that foul was on Cole. Avery in for the first time this afternoon for the Saints. Damon in as well. Misses them both, and yet there go the Saints. Good offensive rebounding team, and Cam ends up coming down with that after shooting both free throws. A little bit different look here. The guys on the floor for the Saints. We've got a blocking foul or reach, looks like, just didn't get in front of that one. Ball will be taken underneath. 1:23 left to go in the first quarter. Three-point attempt is missed, and there's Cam. Back out to Ken, and they'll reset. Avery up top. Cam now going to split the defenders with a little floater. Goes down and comes back out, and the Crusaders do take possession. We're just around 60 ticks of the clock left here in the first quarter. Nice interior feed. Looks like a foul on the floor. It's going to be taken out of bounds. We've got another hand check foul. So early on, the referees are establishing. Move your feet. Get your hand off the guy with the ball. That's the fourth team foul on the Saints. Just two for the Crusaders so far. Having trouble getting the ball in. That's a 5-second violation. It's going to go the other way. So good defense. Cam out. Caleb in. So right now we've got Eric on the floor along with Damon and Ken and Avery and Caleb are your 5 for the Saints. And a long three-pointer. No good, and another offensive rebound. Caleb with that one. Swings it back out to Avery. And there's another 3. That one's missed, and again an offensive rebound, and now they could almost play for a last shot. Not quite. There's an interior feed. Post ball is short. Caleb gets his own rebound, puts it in for 2. Pressure. And almost a steal. He pokes it away. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Little hesitation there. They're going to get a 3. No good. 1 second left, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So good first quarter for both teams. Good tight ball game. 12-8 is our score. We'll be back for the second quarter, and hopefully our special guest is going to come join us. Coach Joseph Battaglia, our head football coach. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. All right, welcome back. We are on the campus of Concordia Preparatory School for a little Monday, depending on where you're listening from, I guess it could be a Monday matinee. We're in the 4 o'clock hour here on the Eastern time zone, but we've got a JV game here with the Saints and the Crusaders. 12-8 is our score. Let me just set who's on the floor for the Saints. We've got Jermaine in the game for the first time, number 20. Avery, Jalen on the floor for the first time as well. And then we've got Caleb and Damon. Nice interior feed, a little strong, and now the Saints go the other way. And while they go the other way, I'll welcome the head football coach of our championship football team, Coach Joseph Battaglia. Welcome, Coach. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually really good right now as we've got a chance for a three-point play. Caleb put that ball in. Nice feed. So tell me a little bit of what's the life of a football coach this time of year. What does it look like for you?
You know, it's actually a really, a little bit unexpected for people that aren't as closely involved. It's a really busy time of year. We're taking care of a lot of different things. Obviously, a strength and conditioning element. Academics never stops in terms of mentorship and making sure people are taking care of their responsibilities. We are on the tail end of college recruiting and helping our young men go on to the next level, as well as working to bring in new faces and new names to the program as well. So it's jam-packed this time of year, but it's a great, exciting time, new beginnings for a lot of different people, and just looking forward to getting better every day.
Absolutely. There we go right there. That might be a quarterback making that throw. That was a bullet, a little high. It's going to be a turnover back to the Saints. So recently we had National Signing Day. We had some excitement here. Tell the folks that are listening a little bit about the two young men that are getting an opportunity that were a part of that special day.
Absolutely. We were fortunate to send two on signing day. We got more to come as well. But Everett Dingle signed football scholarship to play East Stroudsburg University, as well as Gabe MacArthur had an opportunity to sign with American International College up in the New England area. So exciting time for those guys, well-deserved. And like I said, more to come. There's a little different calendar this year with transfer portals, COVID rules, all that kind of stuff that normally it's kind of done by signing day, but we've got a number of guys that are about to make some announcements really any day now to add to that list.
What does that mean to you? Obviously, I see you around campus, and you're doing some athletic director stuff. And nice shot right there by Damon, his first bucket of the day. It's 16-8. But what does that mean to you as a person? Obviously, you've coached in the college level. For those of you that don't know, you were at Navy. Now you're here, and to work with these young men and to see them get rewarded with that opportunity to go play college football and some really great opportunities for them, not just athletically but academically. What does that do for you?
I mean, it's the best part of it. Obviously, we're a college preparatory school here at Concordia Prep, and so it all points in that direction in terms of setting them up to be successful when they leave here. And obviously, football can be a vehicle to set them up, not only academically to get into some institutions, but also financially as well to help their families be able to provide that opportunity to them. So it's really exciting. It's always my favorite part on the other end, as you mentioned, at the college level. Especially from this area, take a lot of pride from being in this area. So I've always been very in tune to where student athletes coming from this area are headed, and to be part of that process and help people do so is the coolest part of the job for sure.
And I think too, when I was at that championship game, obviously Gabe MacArthur, one of the guys you mentioned, got injured in that game. I saw the look on his face when he was on the sideline after that, not getting to be out there in that second half. But for a guy like that, then to get to have what he had here just a week or so ago, to sign and have that opportunity to play football, it says a lot that even though in a game like that he didn't get to do all the things he wanted to do, that the word's getting out on Concordia Prep and the opportunities to play basketball or to play football and to go and get a good education beyond just high school is pretty phenomenal.
It is for sure. And, that's one of the things that we can, in that moment, when Gabe goes down and the inevitability of the fact that he wasn't going to be able to play anymore, that was an easy thing to communicate to him, that you're not done. This isn't the last time you touch a football field, which football is one of those sports where there's an extreme finality to it, right?
Yes.
Basketball, you can kind of play the rest of your life. Tennis, baseball, those type of things, but football's tough in that manner, and so it's cool for him to be able to continue that, and for our mission to be able to develop student athletes to carry on to the next level if they have a desire to do so. We're certainly growing in that department and continue to see success.
Success right there for Jalen off the steal for a basket, and we've got a man down here, so they're going to take a moment and check and make sure he's okay. Hit the floor pretty hard. You were talking about, you just never know when the final moment is going to be for a player. And, it took all of about 2 minutes last night after the Super Bowl was done for the Aaron Donald questions to come in for a guy who's, exactly, I think, 30 years old. He's not very old, accomplished a lot. But, you don't ever take for granted when you step on a football field or any athletic field or court that you get to play this game forever. We have that invincibility when we're kids, and then we become a little more realistic as we get older. But, did you watch the game last night?
I did. It was a great game.
Were you rooting for guys? Was there anybody there that you've got some connection to you were watching last night, or were you just kind of watching as a fan?
Mostly as a fan. It's cool. Again, a lot of ties to the area. I think I saw there were 6 players from the state of Maryland in the Super Bowl, which is one of the top states, which is really, really cool to see. But not particularly in that game that I was pulling for one or the other. I think a lot of people were a little bit discouraged by how defensive a game was, but I'm a defensive guy, so I really enjoyed watching that. But, I think you could pick stories on either side of those teams to root for, right? Matthew Stafford, who's had such a great career but struggled to get to the playoffs and those type of things, but then also the excitement and the energy that the Bengals play for. So it was cool to watch both teams. It was good to see it come down to the end, too.
There's a breakup in the secondary right there by number 14, Cam.
There we go.
But it's going to go back the other way. Not a lot of scoring here. It's 18-13. I read something last night that, and my dad's from the Detroit area, and so I've got a lot of relatives really pulling for Matthew Stafford. And they said between Stafford and Eminem at halftime, that might be the closest Detroit feels like they're in a Super Bowl for a while.
Without a doubt.
Oh, they call a walk. Looked like a nice move.
That's tough.
Love to reward a guy that works hard on that play, but unfortunately goes back the other way. The pressure, relentless here by the Saints. They did wholesale changes a few moments ago, just brought fresh legs back on the court. They're moving guys in and out. And now
nice play.
Trying to get a 10-second call, and instead we're going to have a foul called. by number 3, Mo, and that's going to put them over the limit. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 for the Crusaders. So congratulations are in order as well. You just got selected to be a part of a very special football all-star team, right? Is that right?
Correct.
Tell me a little bit. I'm new to Maryland, so tell me what that is.
Correct. That is the Big 33 game, which has a tremendous amount of tradition to it. It's an all-star game between now the state of Pennsylvania as well as the state of Maryland, the best players coming from those two states. There was a period of time where it was Pennsylvania versus Ohio as well. It's kind of gone back and forth in terms of the states involved, but it's a lot of tradition to it, a lot of really good players involved. There's a tremendous amount of community service that attaches to it too. So I'm really excited to do that. A little bit of the history of it too. There's never been a Super Bowl played where there's not an alum of the Big 33 game that was in it.
Wow.
Which was continued last night with Tyler Boyd.
Okay.
Was an alum of that game. So pretty interesting deal, pretty cool. I've heard a lot of stories, haven't attended myself. I recruited some players that had played in that game, but when they asked me to do it, it was a no-brainer to represent the state.
That's awesome. When is that game going to be?
That'll be Memorial Day.
Okay. And where will they play that game?
They will play that game in Pennsylvania, I believe Central Dauphin High School.
Okay. Enemy territory
yeah,
there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was always played in Hershey.
Okay.
In the Hershey Stadium, but they've moved that. I think since COVID, they had moved it from Hershey.
No, how does that team get selected then? What's the process for the players then?
It's basically, there are two sides of it. The coaching staff, there's a nomination process from all the high school coaches in the state, and then there's the coaching staff selected. They have kind of their votes and their opinions of the players nominated, as well as a selection committee as well outside of the coaching staff. So work hand in hand to kind of pick people to invite, and then there's a tryout in March where we kind of get eyes on people and select the team from there.
That's exciting. Yeah. That's great.
Very cool. We'll have some Concordia Prep Saints represented in the tryout at least.
Okay.
And so we're excited to watch those guys compete as well.
Is there do you have to be an upperclassman, or is it open to any, or how's that work?
Only seniors.
Only seniors.
Only seniors.
Okay.
So guys moving on, which makes it a little bit tricky because tough to get some of those guys that are big time players, just because now they're going to college earlier and earlier.
Sure.
And so that's a little bit of the struggle, is you miss out on some of those prospects just because they have to report to school so early.
Yeah. What? Tell us, in addition to the football duties you do, tell folks here just, it's kind of like I'm a pastor, so people think I only work on Sundays. What else do you do here? What are the other duties as assigned as you help out the athletic department here?
Sure. Yeah, I'm an assistant athletic director, assistant principal, and head football coach here at Concordia Prep, and so that is kind of all-encompassing. I think everybody here that touches Concordia Prep wears a lot of hats, but most specifically helping Miss Newman, who does a phenomenal job run our athletic department, and anything from facilities to planning to, kind of all of it, as well as assisting Mr. Miller in the discipline route, taking care of some attendance and tardies and that aspect of assistant principal duties, as well as who knows what comes tomorrow. Right. Just kind of throwing in. Hopefully, if you've been on those chain of emails, there's a weight room equipment that's going to be delivered here either
very exciting.
Tomorrow, hopefully. And so just kind of running those type of facility management stuff as well.
While you were chatting there, we had a nice steal and basket. Jalen to Mo. We're at 23-13, 1:53 left to go. Nice feed inside to Caleb. Now this unit is starting to get a little separation with this 12-point lead. Yeah, the weight room thing is very exciting. Watching guys working down there today, we'll double our capacity, right? I mean, in time here as we get new equipment in.
If not more, yes.
If not more.
If not more. Also give us opportunity with the facility. It's basically two separate rooms, so now we can work, maybe multiple teams at one time, which will be great because obviously we're a small school, but we give a ton of athletic opportunities, so a lot of teams involved. And one of the cool things that Coach Newman and I have talked about is there's been great interest in adding, more teams want to get in the weight room and do more strength and conditioning and player development, which is exciting for us to see.
Absolutely. Free throw is missed by Tyler. We've got a minute and a half left to go here in the second quarter. Coach Barry, again, has really rotated around today. A lot of guys have seen action on the floor. He started with almost a completely different lineup than normal. But a lot of games this week, some big ones coming up. you don't want to overlook an opponent for sure. But I know in talking to some of these guys, they're really looking forward to some of the battles this week with Beth DeFilla and Curley, who are some of the top teams in our JV division of the MIAA C Conference.
For sure. No love lost with Curley in any sport.
No, yeah, their rivalry game, and it doesn't matter what the sport is.
Absolutely, and a fun one.
So
sure.
I know the result didn't turn out like we hoped last week, but we had quite a gathering here last Wednesday, I believe, for our girls' final regular season home game. Talk about what you're seeing here in terms of the culture and the school spirit and some of the strides that have been made, even through COVID and the short time you've been here. What have you seen, and where do you sense we're headed as a school in terms of that culture?
Oh, I mean, I think it's flourished tremendously. Again, I can't speak to prior to COVID because I wasn't here, but really, for me, full circle, starting in COVID and where there were no spectators, right? We were going out and we were competing in these games and nobody was allowed to watch. And now we're seeing, tremendous spectator support, student athletes and just regular students as well supporting one another. The atmosphere, like you said, the other night against Mercy was awesome. We were jam-packed here, ton of energy. Obviously, the result wasn't what we wanted it to be, but really cool to see our students support one another and create a sense of community. The other thing I thought was really interesting was seeing a lot of parents of students here that weren't involved in the sport. I thought that was really, really cool. Obviously, just tells me that students are going home telling them, hey, we got this big game, and the whole, families are buying into the community and what we're producing, which is really neat to see. And so really, really coming full scale with the small but mighty community where we're going to support each other. And
a lot of staff. I mean, I'm looking and on any given day you see folks lingering beyond their day of responsibilities in various capacities, running the scoreboard or just watching and checking out what's going on here. It's exciting. We'll have a senior night, I believe, later this week on Friday for our varsity boys.
Correct.
And then spring sports kick into high gear with lacrosse and softball and baseball and track.
Absolutely. We're, again, it's an exciting time. Just we talked about football kind of a lot jam-packed in this time of year. Athletic department as well. Kind of the end of winter sports going into spring, and we've had tremendous success so far, and we're excited for spring season as well with those teams. Especially can't go without mentioning you taking over the helm of the baseball program here, which has had tremendous success, and I know everybody's excited to watch you guys.
Nothing like trying to follow back-to-back championships and come in and see if we can go for a third. So it'll be exciting. There's the end of the first half. 25-14 is our score. I cannot thank you enough for stopping and spending this time with us here. So enjoy halftime. We'll be back for the third quarter. But, again, thank you to Coach Joseph Battaglia, our head football coach and assistant AD, and God bless you and all that you're doing, too. Get some sleep, too. I know you got a newborn. It's a busy time of life for the Battaglia household.
For sure, but they're all blessings, so we appreciate it. Thank you for calling this game for our student athletes. It's been awesome. The man behind the screen there too, John Miller, has been unbelievable to our community to be able to bring this to families at home. So thank you both for so much.
Fantastic. All right, it's halftime. We'll be back with the second half in about 9.5 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, let's try that again. Welcome back to the campus of Concordia Preparatory School. We're here in Towson, Maryland on it's actually a beautiful day here in middle of February. Happy Valentine's Day. And we are loving the game of basketball this afternoon. We had a good first half. Got some snow on the ground. It's a good day for a winter indoor sport. 25-14, Saints on top of the Crusaders of St. Paul's. In the first half, the Saints were led by Ken, who had 3 3-pointers. He had 9. Caleb had 6. Mo had 4. And then Jalen, Damon, Chaz, each with 2. And for the Crusaders, they were led in scoring by Parker with 5, Cole with 4, Lucas and Tyler each with a pair. Crusaders going from right to left in front of their own bench is where they'll try and score, and the Saints will go from left to right. They're in the home whites with the red numbers. And on the floor for the Saints, I'll set it here in a second. Shot's no good. Rebound Caleb, and they go back the other way. They push, but jumping in front of that pass is Parker. Saints want to up this pace a little bit than they had in the first half. We got Mo on the floor, along with Cam and Ken. There's a basket by Parker, who made that steal just a moment ago. Mo with the ball now. Jalen also in the game. He's got the ball right now. Crusaders packing in a 2-3. Little runner. And again, another offensive rebound for the Saints. It's been one of the stories here in the first half. A lot of offensive rebounds, little interior feed. That pass was a little bit short on that bounce pass to Caleb. When he got it, the defender, Cole, ran into him. So we've got an early foul call. That's a tough foul when you're just going out because the pass was short. It's kind of like in football when a ball is underthrown and you get a pass interference call trying to go back to get the ball. But there's Cole with the rebound. Go back the other way. Crusaders down 9 here early. Nice feed, but the ball goes off the knee. Those are plays a coach can't get too frustrated about. It was a good feed inside. Sometimes that ball doesn't do what you want it to do when you get around the basket. Mo pulls up from about 15 and misses. So some quick shots, but nothing falling so far for the Saints. They've been scoreless here almost the first 2 minutes of the quarter. Saints continue in their man-to-man. When they score, they've been putting pressure in the backcourt. There's a long three-pointer off the front iron. And now Caleb jumps in front of that pass for the steal, and they're going back the other way. Here comes Mo. And there's a three-point attempt, and that's short. Another offensive rebound, second chance point, and again, another miss. So just 2 points have been scored here in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter, and that by the opposing Crusaders. Looking for the three and then putting it on the floor is Tyler, and there's a foul on the reach. If you're just tuning in, it's going to be a busy week on the basketball court for both our JV and varsity boys. Plethora of games the next few days, and then Friday night will be senior night for our varsity. That ball was tipped by Jalen, but then it went off the backboard, but they're calling it out on the Crusaders. I think that one snuck by the referee on that one. There's a long three. It's going to be off left. But again, another offensive rebound. And so even though they haven't scored, they've got 3 offensive rebounds. And there's a quick feed inside to Caleb. But before the shot, they're calling a player control foul on Cam on the other side of the lane. And so it's another foul for Cam, and it takes 2 points off the board. Here comes the pressure again. They're at 7-8, and they get it over across the timeline. And now they set with about 17 on the shot clock. Nice little runner. Lucas, he's got 4 on the day, and the lead's cut to 7. Little pick and roll, and that shot's no good. And it's going to stay Saints ball on that tip. Timeout called by the Saints. So we've played nearly 3.5 minutes here in the third quarter. A lid on the basket down at the Saints end. They've put up a lot of shots. Nothing's gone in, and the one that did go in was waved off by an offensive foul away from the ball. Again, the girls varsity has their opening playoff game, the quarterfinal of their IAAM playoff run against Bryn Mawr here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. If you're in the area, you'll want to be in the building for that one. Damon in the game now. So it's Mo and Ken and Jalen and Caleb and Damon. There's a three-point attempt, and finally now Ken gets one in the second half. That's his 4th three-pointer of the day. Lead back up to 10, and now a steal. And a quick pass ahead to Jalen. Unselfish back. He found himself under the rim, but already going in for transition defense there was another Saint. It was tipped away. A little bit different defensive set here for the Saints. They've gone away from the man to a zone. And with 8 on the shot clock, that three-pointer's short. Kauser with the rebound, and here come the Saints again. Swing pass down to Damon, who drives, lays it up, misses. Crusaders bringing it back. Crusaders have outscored the Saints 4-3 in this quarter, but still trail by 10. Now they're back matching up with man-to-man. Shot clock at 10. There's a little give and go. Nice feed, but too strong off the backboard. And here come the Saints. Layup is good. And here comes the intensity in the backcourt from the Saints. There's only one Crusader in half court there when the inbounder tried to throw it in. Now he gets some help. There's 2 seconds to get it across. They're not going to get it across. Oh, they get it across right at the 10-second time, according to the shot clock. Of course, the referee is counting it off. But that brings the shot clock already at 10. We're going to have a travel on Parker as he tried to penetrate. Cole's going to check back in. Ethan is out. With all that we've weathered over the last 23 months plus, anytime there's basketball, watching these student athletes play, it is a good day. Both teams working hard, and there's another three-pointer. Ken's heating up. That's 5 threes here in the ball game. He leads all scorers with 15, and there he goes slapping that ball out of bounds. Two minutes left to go in the third. The lead now up to 15. So quiet first 4 minutes for the Saints, and then some three-pointers here. They've gotten some separation again. Nice little move inside. Ball hangs up there on the rim and comes out. Caleb with the rebound. Here comes Mo. Mo driving, looking, goes down and turns it over. Nice little move. Caleb again, another rebound. And now he brings it himself. No foul called on that contact, and they're going back the other way. Little floater, Missed, but an offensive rebound there for Drew. Now a long three is blocked. Now he drives. They're going to call on the floor on Mo. It's going to be the third team foul for the Saints. Some mass substitutions here for the Saints. Avery, Noah, and Cam in. Caleb, Mo, and Jalen out. Little stack. And Drew puts up a three, just short. Sorry, not Cam in the game. That is Chaz in the game. And again, a lot of contact, no foul. Doesn't matter. Damon puts it in. Avery tips that ball, and they're off and running. They try and throw ahead. When you see a team that plays at the speed that the Saints want to play at, they will have those kind of turnovers. Just in trying to push the ball up and get a quick basket. They'll be successful a good number of the time, but once in a while, that pass is errant, and the Crusaders have done a good job after a turnover of not putting their head down, flushing whatever play happened and making a play defensively. And that ball was blocked. Or not. We'll see what the call is there. Damon out, Jermaine in. 5.6 seconds left in the quarter. Saints will have possession. Shot clock is off. 3, 2, shot up. It's a good attempt by Ken, but it's no good. So despite the slow start, the Saints do outscore the Crusaders 10-6, extend the lead to 15. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes here from the campus of Concordia Preparatory School in just a moment. Fourth quarter time. Peter Kauser here trying to guide you through the rest of this one. 35-20, Saints on top. They've led the whole way. Jermaine now with the feet inside and stripped. Bring that ball down and get slapped away. Now fight on the floor for it. And with the Saints getting possession first, it'll go over to the Crusaders. After this one, we've got another basketball game, so call it a Monday doubleheader. Our varsity will be battling Genesee. There's a long three-pointer from Ethan. That's his first bucket of the day. So just like the third quarter, the Crusaders on the board first. Saints have done some different combinations on the floor today. Avery misses that one. It's going to stay Saints ball. Avery now operating. He gets it back. A little floater. That's pretty. Avery with his first bucket of the day. Good pressure there by Chaz. Little lob pass in. Good feed from Cole. And now it's swung back outside. Little in and out game here from the Crusaders, trying to get something going. There's a nice look inside. Cole powers his way in to get the shot. Goes off Jermaine's foot. And with 6 on the shot clock, Crusaders have the ball. And there's going to be a shot from the outside by Peyton, and it's in. Peyton's first basket of the day. Caught the Saints sleeping on that inbounds. So we've got a couple of the big men in at the same time, Noah and Jermaine, as well as Avery and Damon and Chaz. Damon now with a great feed into Jermaine. He passed out of it. If he puts that ball up, he's getting 2 shots, but he passed it out. It's going to be ball underneath. Eric coming in now. He's coming in for Damon. So now we got all kinds of height in for the Saints. I don't know if I've seen this combination in games I've watched this year. Really going big. We've got 3-second call. A lot of big men. Got to move in and out. Lead is 11 with 6:16 left to go. Now we just got straight man-to-man going on by the Saints. A lot of games this week. And they're all big at this point. Coach Barry got some different guys on the floor at the moment who are throwing some tantalizing defense. With 2 on the shot clock, a long 3, and Lease catches iron. And that's going to be a carry. Bringing some pressure. And if they don't get up, they're going to do exactly what I predicted they'd do. They throw right in front of me there. No one picked up that guy, and then pressure doesn't really do anything other than give him a free 3-pointer, and it's hit. That's not going to sit well with Coach Barry. Lucas hits his first triple. He's got 7. He and Parker both with 7 to lead the Crusaders. And we got to travel. Lead is 8. And we've got a lot of substitutions. Looks like everybody but Eric coming off. So Jalen in, Ken in, Mo in, and Cam. We got a conversation here. I'm not sure what the conversation is. I don't know if there was a thought that maybe there were too many guys on the floor or what, but or maybe somebody checked in that's not in the book is what may have happened. All right, we're sorting it through. Looked like maybe there was a free throw. Now it looks like it's just going to be ball taken out. We'll reset where we were a minute and a half ago. So I'm not sure what the conversation was, but we're back to doing what we were doing. And the pressure from the Saints is there a little bit. Nice little feed ahead. But then the ball slapped away. Cam trying to get rid of that basketball, and somehow he gets it to Mo after all of that. The ball kind of slipped through his hands. Ken now operating with it on the far side. They swing it back around. Cam is posting up inside. Eric's moving around inside. It's going to be a 3-pointer that's short. Cam battles for it, and as he does, he keeps it alive. Nice little move underneath. Doesn't get all the way over as Mo. And again, another offensive rebound. And Ken sees himself wide open. He's short. Eric tries to get the rebound, doesn't. And now the Crusaders come back. Little floater is good. And we got a timeout on the floor as Parker puts points 8 and 9 on the board for him, and the lead is 6. We saw this happen Saturday. The Saints battled. Park got up to a lead. Lots of substitutions, got out of sync a little bit. Lots of character building happening in a season after last year. I think the Saints JV played between 6 and 8 games. Not a lot with the reduced COVID schedule. And now playing in abundance here the last couple weeks of the season, heading towards the playoffs. Still trying to find the right combinations. It's a very athletic young team. And actually, if you watch the varsity play, there's a lot of youth on that team too. Some freshmen playing on that varsity team. So the future looks really bright for this basketball program. Coach Barry, Coach Howard, the work they're putting in with these student athletes. Very exciting style of basketball. A lot of running and gunning. A lot of battle in the trenches with rebounding, a lot of emphasis on tantalizing defense, playing hard all 32 minutes. This one's a good one, 37-31 with about 4 minutes left. Coming out of the timeout, let's see how the Saints look. It's a long three-pointer, is good. Ken hit 3 trays in the first half. He's now got 3 in the second half. The lead back up to 9, and we've got to travel. A little bit of happy feet trying to move on this defense. Really balanced scoring for the Crusaders this afternoon. Ken's got 18 for the Saints. And then Mo and Caleb with 6 apiece. We got another timeout on the floor. 40-31 our score. Pretty good crowd here this afternoon. We've got another game right after this. Genesee and the Saints, boys varsity. I mean, what else are you going to do on a Monday? It is Valentine's Day, so maybe some folks have plans, things they want to do, but I know how my wife and I think. We're perfectly fine at a gymnasium watching some basketball. Saints back on the floor with the basketball. Fresh shot clock coming out of that turnover. Mo to inbound to Jalen. People talk about how the game has changed. One of the ways it's changed is the shoe game. It's one of the more colorful things you see in basketball now. Now there are some teams that put parameters on what colors they can wear, but man, I'm seeing just about all the colors of the rainbow represented on the court right now. Saints up 9 with the basketball, running some clock here, and we just lost all power on our scoreboard and shot clock. But we play on while they try and figure out what's happening. There's a turnover. We may have to stop play here for a second while they get it squared away. Yeah, we're back with our power. 3:21 left to play. The lead is 9. Oh, that's a risky pass, and it's stolen right into the hands of Mo. He kind of baited him into that throw, hanging back, and then almost like a defender coming in from the secondary, like a safety, jumped up in front of that pass, stole it, and laid it in. It was almost like it looked planned, but it wasn't, of course. Lead is 11, and now 3-point attempt way in the corner. Nice rebound offensively. Those have been few and far between. The Saints have done a good job with defensive rebounding. There was a nice pass to the corner. Ken misses that one. Crusaders running the other way. Throws it way ahead. Whoa, we got a little push going for that basketball. Jalen just got in front of it. Almost was just shielding the Crusader from getting to that basketball. Eric out, Caleb in. 2:39 left to go. Tomorrow, this JV team, I believe, will be at Beth Tafilla. Right back at it. Good strong move to the basket. Cam's going to get 2 as Cole's caught for the foul. So tomorrow, just to show you what Concordia Prep has going on athletically tomorrow, we've got our middle school girls basketball playing at St. Paul Kingsville up at Emerton Rec Center up in the Bel Air area. We've also got our middle school basketball C team at home versus School of the Cathedral. The A team is playing also at Emerton Rec Center. The B team's at Glennig. And then JV is at Beth Tafilla at 4:15, this same team. And varsity boys play there as well at 5:30. And then, as I've mentioned, Bryn Mawr and our Lady Saints varsity girls in the IAAM quarterfinal game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And we got a 5-second call. So very busy for our athletic director, Frederica Newman, and our Saints teams. .219 left to go. Lead is 13. Caleb comes up with that ball and puts it in. Got a random buzzer just for fun. And there's another steal. Nice block, saves it. Nice play there by Lucas. Saints go right back on defense. Try and trap, but there's a foul called. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the Saints. Neither team close to the bonus here with 2 minutes left to go. 4 team fouls each. Lucas inbounds. They go right back to him. Saints putting pressure on. They do a good job of breaking the pressure, getting the ball in the middle of the court, but then it's thrown away. Back to the Saints. 1:51 left to go. Noah in, Cam out. Saints now, I'd say they'd run some clock, but they are not one that likes to just sit there and run clock. Caleb with the offensive rebound, and the left-handed putback is good. Caleb's got 10. Ken leads all scorers with 6 3-pointers. He's got 18. We've got to travel. And with 1:29 left to go, some more substitutions here for the Saints. Avery and Chaz in. Ken leaving the floor with a great basketball game. Defensively puts a lot of pressure on the opponent. Caleb is out. Mo is out. Damon bringing it up along with Eric. This team is so deep. Nice pass inside. Chaz to Noah for 2. That's his first bucket. And they've hit that 50 number yet again. 50-31 is the score. So they've had some moments of drought. There's a nice 3. Lucas had a strong game here this afternoon. That's his 10th point of the day. Another nice feed and layup. Unselfish play by the Saints. Chaz with his 4th point. Still putting pressure on. 45 seconds left to go. Long 3-pointer, why not? Around and out. Eric with the rebound, and now we got the mad scramble underneath. Still battling all the way to the end. I like it. 52-34. We'll have a little pause here while JV wraps up and varsity gets ready to take the floor. That game's supposed to start at 5:30. We'll see if we start on time or not. But hopefully you can tune in, and thankful for AC Sports and the work John Miller's doing and bringing so many of these games to you, whether you're living in Maryland or way off somewhere else around the country cheering on the Saints. However you're connected to this this preparatory school. And perhaps we've got some listening today by a very scrappy, resilient Crusaders team, as get to have a little bit more of a normal season here in winter sports than we saw last year. Ball saved. Noah with the ball, wanting to play guard for a minute. And as we like to say, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And there's a banked in three. That's going to do it. Lucas with his third three-pointer. And that's going to be the ball game. 52-37 is our final. So 25 points in the first half for the Saints, 27 in the second half. Crusaders had a nice second half there, putting 23 on the board. 52-37 our final. So from the campus of Concordia Preparatory School, this is it for our JV game. Varsity game coming up here in a little bit. But for now, have a great evening and go Saints.